Hello, I'm Murray Newlands with Search Engine Journal. I'm here in San Francisco at SES with Bryan Eisenberg. In this video, he's promising he's going to debunk the Moz report. He says he's got a better view of the, not just a different, but a better view of the world. Bryan, tell me about this.
Okay, so all you have to, I mean, if you've been doing in search for long enough like I have, almost 20 years now, you kind of get a perspective of what Google's been trying to do. And I'm gonna talk about quality score for a moment. So let's look at it from the paid side, but the same concepts apply to the organic side. And here's the thinking. In Gen 1 of PPC, it was all about who paid the most for the clicks, right? The old go-to model type stuff. And that's the way Google introduced it. And of course, the same thing was true online. Basically, who can afford to do any kind of SEO was kind of showing up. So it was only the money gaming the system. Okay, Google knew that wasn't good enough. Second generation, they said, okay, let's get past the clicks. We need a quality score. So let's look at the click-through rate of the ads, or let's look through the click-through rates of the search results, and then we can change it based on what's actually driving user behavior.
Right.
Great. That was Gen 2. Gen 3, they said, okay, let's take it to the next level, and let's get more end-user data. So we know about the toolbar, right? That was a great way to capture information. And they got way past that. What they looked at is, okay, what are they doing on the page? Are they going to a page and bouncing back? What's the rest of their query chain? Did they satisfy the query at some point? Gen 4 was, okay, we had toolbar data, and that gave us a little bit, but all of a sudden you saw the domination of Android, Chrome, and Google Analytics, right? They're huge market shares, 60+%, if you think of all, lots of end user data. And it's not like they're pointing at, okay, this query and you're bidding that. They're not punishing you in that respect, but they kind of get benchmarks of who's got quality sites, who's spending time on there, who's getting to the conversion pages.
Absolutely.
Okay. Gen 5 is where I think they're going right now, and I'm starting to see signs of it in search results.
Okay.
And I call this the universal analytics phase. And just a couple days ago, we got that big announcement from Google that they're now going to allow you to upload your conversions from your lead gen, right, offline back into your AdWords. Okay. But more importantly than that, I think when you start thinking about what this big data system is, and that's what Google is, right? They process tons of data in real time, they personalize things. If you look at Google's own big data table and what they capture, 90 plus fields are related to personalization to the end user, what's going to be most relevant to them. Right? Think about what's in your Google dashboard. How do you behave? Do you click on videos? Do you not click on videos? Right? All that kind of stuff. And only 16 are related to crawling factors. And if you look at the Moz study, it's all about, okay, authorship, it's all about, H1s and links. That's the crawling factor. So 5 times are more related to the data about the user and their experience and what's going to be best for them. And who's to say, and this is the key thing, online activity, which is what Chrome and Android and all that captured, at best is 5 to 8% of commerce today.
Right.
Okay, maybe in some verticals it's more or less, but whatever it is, it's a small fraction. Eric Schmidt has always said, right, Google's job is to basically replicate what happens in the real world. So think about the databases that are out there. Today, if you go to Facebook, I can target people based on how much toilet paper they use in their house. There's lots of data out there. I don't know what fields they're using, but how difficult is it to know based on tax records, sales records, who's dominating what category? So if you're a toy vendor, and I want to know who sells the most toys to 1-year-olds, right? Google knows Fisher-Price counts on there. Even if their site doesn't officially rank because it's not the best experience, they're not targeting that content, they're not building, they know people buy lots of Fisher-Price toys for 1-year-olds.
Absolutely.
And so now you're going to start seeing their sites in there. I think they've gone very extreme in that way right now. I think it'll kind of settle back down for the holidays, where you start seeing some of the smaller guys being able to play back in there because it's still better experience. But I think for now they're just saying, look, if we can mimic that real world and what people are actually experimenting with and buying with offline as well as the online, we're going to give them a better experience. And that's what they're probably measuring right now to know if that's how far they can take it.
Interesting. So if you're Fisher-Price, that's great. If you're a smaller company and you want to be them, what does that mean for you? How do you make the difference?
So go niche, right? Think of like what the Fabs.com have done, and go local and own it, dominate it, become the one expert in a one very small niche, because again, it's personalized. Right. So they can know what's going to be work. So yes, they're definitely going to show those big brands with you. But if you can own a particular niche, you're not going to win on toys. Forget that. but there's so much opportunity in those niches and in local that's where the big focus has to be.
That's fantastic. If people want to find out more and connect with you, how do they do that?
So it's easy to find me at bryaneisenberg.com.
Yep.
They can email me at bryan@bryaneisenberg.com. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. On Twitter, I'm at the Grok. So I'm not very hard to find.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I'm Murray Newlands with Search Engine Journal. If you've got comments about this, I would love to know your comments below. And I'll see you next time.